It is another cold day in Ohio. As you can see by this right here, it is 28 degrees. And today I have set up two tents in my driveway. We have the COODY hub tent right here. We have the COODY Koala 7 over here. This one is 12 by 16. This one is 12 by 12 with a 9-foot peak. I'm going to be filming 3 videos today that you're going to see one after another. Today we are testing out the Campgrounds M wood-burning stove in the COODY Koala hub tent. The next video I'm going to film today is the one that everybody cannot wait to see, and that is connecting this COODY Koala 7 over here to this COODY Koala hub tent. And the third video I'm going to film today is going to have to do with that same setup. We're going to have these two tents connected together, and we're going to test it out and see if the Campgrounds M wood-burning stove can heat up both this tent and this tent at the same time with just the one stove. So if you haven't seen any of my videos on this particular tent right here yet, this is the COODY Koala hub tent. It is 12 by 12 by 9 feet at the peak. You can go back on my channel and watch my complete unboxing, setup, and review of this tent. It is an awesome tent. And like I said, today we are going to be sparking up this Campgrounds M wood-burning stove and just see how long it takes to take this tent from the 28 degrees that it is out here today up to, I'm assuming we're going to get to above 65, maybe even 70. Now, usually I recommend using the Rainfly on these tents when you're trying to heat them up in these very cold temperatures, but I have not put the stove jack in the Rainfly for this tent. It does not come with a stove jack. You have to put it in yourself, and if you want to see how to do that, you can go back on my channel. I have a video about that as well. I also recommend putting in any plastic windows or doors you have. This particular tent has 4 plastic windows that are permanently sewn in, and it comes with an interchangeable gigantic plastic door. Again, if you haven't seen any of my videos on this tent, it is a clear, crystal clear door. This one comes out, that one goes in. You can see straight through it, and that really assists in keeping the heat in as well. Today we're not going to use that door because I am so confident in this stove that I don't think we're going to need it. Like the other 3 doors around this tent, this one here is just fabric and mesh. We're going to go ahead and close both of these. We're going to set our thermostat right over here on top of this bag. It says 31 now since I've been touching it. Let's go ahead and close our fabric door here. Close the mesh. This zips across the bottom and down from the top. Go ahead and get our stove opened up here. You can see this thing is stone cold in there, and that's the same reason I left that door wide open, so that it would be just as cold in here as it is outside. All right, let's go ahead and get some paper in there. Man, it is cold right now. Go ahead and get that lit. And then I picked up some more wood today. We got some smaller pieces like the kindling. You could see it better if I had cleaned that glass first, but it's burning in there. You can feel the heat immediately. You can smell that campfire. Yeah, it's starting to burn. I recommend these stoves all day, every day for these tents. Look at this. We're only going on like 5 minutes so far, and we're already up to 38 in here. And that's with only the fabric and mesh doors, no Rainfly on top. Yeah, this is my favorite part. You can see the smoke just billowing out of that stovepipe. So I like to leave the door open until the fire is really going. It is going pretty good right now. As you can see, we only have those 3 pieces of kindling in there. It's literally been less than 10 minutes and we're already up to 44 in here. I'm gonna go ahead and move this around a little bit there and just put one bigger piece in. There we go. Open up that damper all the way. I'm gonna give that a minute to catch that bigger piece, and then I'm gonna close the door. Yeah, that's burning pretty good. Now let's go ahead and close that and leave that damper open all the way. We're at 48 right now. And notice, I also don't have any heat deflectors on here right now. This comes with one on this side, one for this side here, and then the one on the back is permanently on there. But since I don't have anything else set up in here right now that I need to actually have the heat deflected from, I decided just to go ahead and leave it open like that so the heat would just freely come out. And while we're at it here, I'll give you another tip. This door here, or whichever one you decide to change out with that plastic TPU clear door, this is the material right here that it's made of, this thick plastic. It's almost like rubber. And if you change it out in this cold weather, when you first put it up here, it is really stiff. It's really difficult to get it zipped, especially in the middle here. You have to like tug and pull and get it to come together. But once you get this heat going and it warms that door up, it becomes very pliable, and then it zips up and down with no problem at all. So we're already up to 52 in here right now. I mean, it's been less than 15 minutes, probably only about 10. And it is very warm in here right now. You can put your hands on the walls or up here, and you can feel cold. This material is breathable. It does let a lot of cold air in if you don't have a heat source. If you let your stove burn down, you can start to feel the cold air come in, but as long as you're using this stove, it's like the heat is fighting to get out. I haven't put any more wood on there, just what you saw, the 3 pieces of kindling, a little bit of paper, and 1 bigger piece of wood, and it is getting toasty in here. I'm ready to take my hat and my hoodie off. Thermostat says 56 right here, about to turn, 57 now, and I'm telling you, I don't want it much hotter than that in here. And up in here, where the heat really rises, it's a lot warmer too. I mean, standing up here, I'm starting to sweat. So we're gonna go ahead and grab this. Down here, it says 59.4. I'm gonna hold it by this little corner here. Just hold it up here for a minute and see what kind of temperature we get up here. Yeah, look at that. Less than a minute, and it's already 63. Look at that fire roaring there. I love this thing. Yeah, and look at this. You can even feel where the PVC frame is warming up, and that's another thing. A lot of people ask me, like, when you set these things up in the cold, do these tubes have trouble holding the air? They do not. I mean, even in the cold, they hold the air. I've never lost air pressure in the cold, and especially when you have your fire going, this is all warmed up in here. The walls are warm now. The ceiling is warm. That plastic is warm. Yeah, look at this thing. Back over here on the bag, we're up to 67.8 right now. It is hot in here. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and close the damper. No, actually, I think I'll leave it open just a little bit. Watch this. You see how the fire is cooking right there? As you close this damper, it goes down. You can still see some fire in there, but as we open it up, and that's exactly how you control it right there. So when it gets hot in here like this, and it's just about to turn to 70, you just start playing with that damper. Turn it down, and it'll make your fire go down, and it'll cool down in here. If it gets too cool, open it up a little bit more, and it'll rage that fire up and heat it right back up. See, I wasn't kidding. That's what I'm talking about right there. 70 degrees in here right now. And with that, I'm going to step back outside and cool down. And you can see up here on the stovepipe, as we have the damper turned down, so does the smoke that's coming out. Man, I was freezing my butt off out here earlier. I'm so glad it's only 28 right now. And that is a successful test right there. The COODY Koala hub tent with the Caminus M wood-burning stove from RBM Outdoors. I will put a link below to both of these guys. You can go check it out on the website, and if you decide to get anything from that website using my link, you will get a discount. So right now, I'm gonna cool down for a minute, then I'm gonna remove this wall right here and that wall right there, and we are gonna connect these together for the next video. So stick around.